So the standardization, or the amount of the treatment, the dose, if you like, varies. Randomized controlled trials standardize that. Right? They make it certain that everyone's receiving the same thing. And it provides, usually in the short term, a very clear pre-post comparison, because we usually test something, deliver the intervention, and then test again in order to measure effects. And if we don't deliver an intervention to a control group, there is no pre-post. Right? There's nothing that you can measure. You can't measure anything before and after, because there was no before and after. So anyway, RCTs are very strong for certain things, but they're relatively weak in some other important ways. In a sense, now, Raji gave a couple of excellent examples of how an experimental design can be used to test a point of theory. The case of the gold star given to students who practiced art and painted to some students and not to others is a great example of a study that tested a particular point of theory about incentives. But in a sense, a randomized control trial can be done without any theory whatsoever. You provide a treatment, and it doesn't matter, in a sense, what the content of that treatment is, what the active ingredient of that content is. You're simply testing whether giving that treatment makes a difference. And people who don't receive that treatment don't experience the same difference. So in a sense, we don't need theory to do experiments. Of course, many scientists who use experimental designs are very concerned about theory and make it a point to test a particular theoretical construct in that research. But again, in a sense, we can do an experiment without knowing what the active ingredient of our campaign is, if all we're measuring is whether people were exposed to the campaign or not. RCTs don't generalize very well, because they don't occur in a natural setting. They're done under controlled conditions in order to achieve those strengths that RCTs have. RCTs do not examine selectivity, because, of course, we don't give people a chance to select whether they receive the intervention or not.